I'm the man rocking the Ray-Bans, and if you are wondering why it's been so long since the 200th episode, since we've put up another episode of the show, it's simply because I've had nothing but technical problems. I'm still using the phone because I still want to make this as easy as possible to create content and get it uploaded. My phone talks to my computer really easily, whereas the GoPro, there's a lot of things where, at least my version, maybe there's a new version of the GoPro out there that does it better, but my version of the GoPro, I have to take it out, I have to upload to QuickTime, then I have to rotate it. There's a bit more involved. I have to use a micro SD card and then put it to an SD card. It's a thing. There's a process involved. So I'm going to continue to do it on the phone for as long as I can, and because it works for me, and we'll just take it as it goes. Anyways, what's going on? First of all, it's a beautiful day right now. It rained so hard this weekend, and we just couldn't really do much of anything other than just sit in the house. And for me, I started scrolling on X or Twitter, and I just got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. I love the idea of free speech and unregulated content, but when you get that unregulated content, which again, I love it, I do appreciate it, but what we tend to go towards is this depravity, and it's just, I had to cleanse my brain, give my brain a douche, and I ended up grabbing my collection of my Magnum PI series, and the DVDs, and I just sat there and watched it and purged my brain of all that negativity. It was so refreshing. Gabby hates it. She absolutely hates Magnum PI, but I love it. I base my life on the man, and the funny thing is now that I'm looking back with 2025 eyeballs back at what was being put out in 82, 83, 84, 85, those years, my mind's blown with how absolutely that show would not survive today. It would not survive. It would not survive the political climate today, that's for sure. So, but I enjoy it. I really, really did enjoy it. The slapsticky humor, the lack of responsibility for these 40-year-old adolescents. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the process of watching it, just having a purge, just sitting there and just drinking my ice water because it's Lent. I'm not drinking alcohol right now, and watching some old 80s I don't even what action series, I guess you could call it that. So one of the things I want to talk to you today has been a day. Today has been one of those really roller coaster days. I woke up first thing in the morning. I have some Airbnb guests staying with us, and they've never been to an Airbnb before, so they don't know how things are supposed to go, and they kind of expected me to be like a hotel and a concierge service, and they were calling me all hours of the night for room service, and I finally had to say, listen, this is not how it works. There's a reason we have the quiet time is set that way, so you don't call me and I don't disturb you, but I do have to work for a living. I have to get up early. You guys are calling me late. Enough of these shenanigans. But one of the complaints I had, and it was a legitimate complaint, was the hot plate where they were going to cook on had stopped working. So I told them I'd get a new one. That they were at 11 o'clock at night. They're saying, hey, it doesn't work. I'm like, what are you doing? Cooking at 11 o'clock at night anyways, but okay. I said, there's nothing I can do about it right now. I'll get you one in the morning. So first thing this morning, I had to forego my workout and go straight to the store to get a new one. And then I had to go back home, and then I had to zip off back to work. Barely made it to work on time. But that was how my day started. And then I was having issues at work. And then I ordered something from overseas, from the UK. And I had assumed ignorantly that I had already paid for everything. And I just got hit with this huge customs bill, brokerage bill, and duty. I got to pay duty on this thing coming in, and well, that's upsetting. And I don't know if I can blame the current president of the United States for that, because, you know, possibly it wasn't his fault, but it is an American product that I did get from England, not to circumvent the tariffs, but it was just, that's where it was being sold, and it was one of those hard to get whiskeys. So I was supposed to get it today. The courier assured me I'd be getting it today, and then this evening I got all these emails saying you have to go to the tax office and get stamps, and it's like, it's just a nightmare. So got to work that. That's how my day started. And a couple years ago, I bought myself a nice watch, a very, very nice watch, as a treat to myself. It was my dream watch. It was a dream gift to myself. It was meant to be a symbol that I could have, a symbol of me getting to that level I wanted to get to, and I got there. So I went out and I got this watch, and one of these hard to get watches, can't really get them from the store, so I went to I bought it secondhand from somebody. And I was looking at it about 6 months ago, maybe a bit more than that, like last summer. And I was showing it to someone who's a watch aficionado, and he said, I don't think this is a real watch. I think this is a clone. I think you may have been bamboozled. And I was really upset about it, because one of those things there's no way else I can ever get my money back for it if that's the case. So I was really upset about it, really concerned. And the same guy reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to buy another watch? And I was like, hey, well, yes, but first we need to talk about this original watch. And I explained him my situation. And he says, I promise you it's authentic, it's real, it's authentic. I took it today to get authenticated, and it is authentic. And I am so relieved, because I truly did believe, with the last guy that was talking to me, that I did actually get bamboozled, and I believed it for the longest time. The funny thing about that particular situation is nothing in my life changed. Nothing was added to my life at all, except for one word. Well, a couple words. The guy said, this is the real dealio, is what he said. He said, yep, this is the real dealio. And I was like, okay. And nothing changed. Nothing changed in my life but words. Vibrations of sound in the air. That's all that changed. So what ended up happening was, he says that, and all of a sudden I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling, really happy that that I didn't get bamboozled. Here we go. And this is the funny thing about some people: when they won't let you in, they won't make eye contact. Out the hand wave to the guy who did let me in. So it turned out I didn't get bamboozled. Everything was authentic. Now here's the crazy thing: is my whole day changed. My whole day turned around. And I was thinking about that. It's like, nothing changed. I didn't eat a magic pill. I didn't drink some elixir. No one came and, massaged me, or, no one took away some physical stress or pain. It was 100% mental. Someone said some words to me, and all of a sudden I was excited and elated. My watch, which I thought was a clone or a fake watch, went from being this much to worth this much. And that made me feel so happy and secure. And so when I called the guy, I said, you know what, you want to do another watch deal? Let's talk about it. So we're in negotiations right now. But the weight lifted off me that I didn't even realize was there. And I thought about it. I thought, if only simple words could do that, if words are all that it takes to change your day, like that pretty girl says she really likes you, or your kid turns to you out of no reason and says they love and appreciate you, like just words, just simple words can do that. I was thinking, well then, why can't we simply just imagine those words? Why can't we imagine the things that make us happy? Visualize the things that make us happy. And I truly believe that if you can visualize something clear enough in your mind, even if it's not real, your body and your brain and your physiology will actually experience it as a real thing. It was just one of those things that really resonated with me, really got me thinking about, what is it when we're sitting there sad and depressed and upset? There's sometimes just real physical reasons why that's happening. Somebody's left us and they're not visually in our field anymore, and they've said they don't want to be around us. We can't talk to them. We're so used to talking with them that we miss it when they're not there. Like, really miss it. And I was thinking, like, well, if that's the case, can we turn it around with just a thought? Well, just taking 5 minutes and actually truly visualizing powerfully what we want to happen. I think we can. I think that's a great exercise to try and think about. If you're having a bad day, visualize something happening that is, don't visualize the person that's being mean to you all of a sudden being nice to you. Maybe visualize something that you didn't expect, like a job opportunity came up, or, what's that feeling going to be like when you win that competition for that job in that company where you're going to be getting a 20% pay hike? What's gonna feel like when your book gets published? What's gonna feel like when you put out an Instagram reel and it suddenly becomes viral? Just think about that. Put that into your brain, your mind, and really, really visualize it to be a real thing. I think that's where the power really comes from. So I wanted to talk about that. I thought that was a cool thing that had happened. It made my day. And a lot of other things happened afterwards. Like, I got that bill from the guy saying, you got to go to, and they were telling me I had to go to Vancouver. I said, that's not going to be a thing. I can't go to Vancouver. And they're like, well, then go to Victoria. And now I have to go all the way out to the airport, get a customs officer to stamp something. And then I have to go to, then I have to take a picture of it and then send it off to the guys in Vancouver. This was supposed to be on my doorstep tonight. Come on. But again, when I heard about the watch, all of a sudden my day was better. A lot better, actually, because it gave me faith in humanity again. That was another thing it did. It's like, I didn't know the guy I bought the watch from originally, and I felt a little bit like, this was a little bit sketch and everything was kind of a little bit iffy. And now I feel like, you know what? I feel good. I trusted my gut at the time. And then afterwards, I was like, then I started questioning it, like if this was the right thing to do. Turned out it was. So everything worked out perfectly for that little tiny package of my life. The second thing I want to talk about, and this is really, really cool. The Whisky Compass project is actually really taking off. And one of the things that's really cool is we just created a journal. We uploaded it. It's now available. Well, no, sorry, it's not available yet because there's still some more ticks in the box I got to do. Because I'm going through Amazon, they didn't like the way what the title was. So I have to go and redo the title because the title has the word whiskey in it twice. It's the Whisky Compass Whiskey Journal. So I got to change the name. So I'm going to switch it around. And I'll make Whisky Compass the author, and then I'll make it into Whiskey Journal. I'll figure out a way to do it so it works good. But so I have to go back and jigger that a little bit. But once I get that done, it's going to be great. Anyways, I was showing it to a friend, and it was really interesting. This is the great dynamic of having two intelligent people come together and discuss things. You have this... what's it called? It's called the Gestalt. The Gestalt is basically the sum is greater. The thing is greater than the sum of its parts. And so I was telling him about the journal and how happy I was and how proud I was and how excited I was of how it turned out. And he looked at it and he said, wait a second, how did you do this? And I was explaining it's print on demand. And he goes, what? Yeah, it's print on demand. You set it up. I've set it up in a way that someone can have a private journal about their experience with whiskey, as well as teaching them how to get the most out of a glass of whiskey, how to really, really, really experience whiskey at the deeper levels. And he thought that was an amazing idea. And he came up with an idea about an app. And I thought, okay, that's cool. We got an app now. He says we could work on that together. And I said, yeah. And I said, eventually, I'm going to build an app for Whisky Compass on top of doing the website. And he was like, he came up with another idea, and the two started clicking together like this, and we came up with an amazing idea using all of the technology at hand. And it was honestly, it was like fireworks were going off in that office when we were talking about this. We're high-fiving each other. It was just like, this is going to be amazing. The whole point is, when you start somewhere down a road, I had no idea where I was going to start, where I was going to go with this Whisky Compass thing. And so I started pushing and, playing with it, trying to figure out what to do. And next thing you know, I've got a website. And then next thing you know, I've got a magazine. And now I've got a podcast. And now I've got a journal that is actually a tactile, real thing you can feel. And this is from whiskey. This is from whiskey. If someone told me you could make a business out of enjoying whiskey, I would like, that's a joke. Who can do that? I did it. And so if I can do that out of whiskey of all things, you could do it out of anything. Anyways, this has grown to now we've got a podcast, we've got the whiskey journal, we've got the website, I've got a free PDF that I'm giving to people. They can go to whiskycompass.ca and get a free PDF that'll teach them how to taste whiskey properly. We've got the magazine. So now, I've had to learn about advertising, and now we're going to have this app. I don't know if I already said that, but this is building on itself. This is why I say, if you don't think you can make money out of what you enjoy doing, trust me, this should be evident that you can do it. Whatever that craziness is that you enjoy doing, I would think that this is proof enough that you can at least start. And the important thing is I didn't know how this was going to end up. I didn't know, there's that saying, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. That's what I did. I could not see the whole staircase. All I knew was I wanted to put together a whiskey magazine. It wasn't even that. It was like, I like whiskey. What do I do with that? I like collecting whiskey. What do I do with that? And then it was like, well, create a magazine. In order for a magazine, blah, 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 blah. It started building on itself. Now it's a real thing. So when someone comes to my website and decides to kind of scroll around and check things out, they're going to see a full, complete experience that they can truly enjoy. Even as a casual observer, even as someone who's not deeply into the whiskey world. This is a really big deal, and I'm hoping it's a really great experience for you guys. As I said, now I've got this the Whisky Compass app that's going to be coming out. It's going to continue to be building on itself like a snowball. This is so much fun, and the ideas that this guy gave me for the app, mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. So we are going to take it. I'm going to start very simple, like I did with the website, learn what the first steps are, and continue to build. So this is what I'm saying to you. Take your anti-vision, because that's the easiest thing to find. Figure out what you don't want in your life. Put that down on paper. Go to ChatGPT. Say, what is the opposite of this list? And is that something that resonates with you? It might not be, right? Like, you might really not like your vegetables, but you're not going to be a carnivore and go on a whole paleo diet. So it's not going to resonate with you. But if there is, this is a good place to start. So go through the list, figure out what resonates with you, and start building that. Start building upon that. Then go to ChatGPT when you find something you really enjoy. Go to ChatGPT and say, okay, how do I make money doing this? Give me 20 revenue streams from doing this. Your mind will be blown. Your mind will be blown. And as I said, I'm living proof. I'm hoping that I can be that motivation for you guys to try, at least put in the effort and see what happens. I'm really excited. I'm excited to learn how to build an app. I have no idea how to build an app at all. But my goal is by, I'm going to say in 30 days, no, 90 days, I'll give myself 90 days. In 90 days, I'm going to have a working app on the App Store for download. And from that, I'm going to continually be building on it. But I am going to learn how to build an app, and I'm going to install these features that I have visualized in my mind about how it's going to be. Be a part of this. Do it yourself. Do it for yourself. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out how to make money. Have some fun doing it and learn. Happiness isn't getting stuff. A lot of people really believe that happiness is when something happens to you. If that was the case, then there would be no sad rich kids. But rich kids are sad. And it's not the money that makes them sad, and it's not the absence of poverty that makes them sad. What makes people sad, and I'm starting to dig a little deeper into this, thank you Tony Robbins, listening to some of his stuff, it's the fulfillment of purpose. And the only way to fulfill purpose is to go through things and struggle. And that struggle, surviving that struggle, overcoming that struggle, becoming successful from the struggle. It's not because of the struggle, and it's not in spite of the struggle, it's from the struggle. You do not become successful without these things. And part of that struggle is what makes you happy. And if you are building something that you really want to do, you're going to struggle. I am still struggling how to build a website. And that was the first thing I learned how to do back in January 1st when I started this project. I'm still struggling how to make a really, really great magazine. I'm still struggling with all this stuff. But it's part of that makes it so exciting and so fun. And when I do get something like, I'm so close to getting that whiskey journal done. I got the journal done. I got a hard copy in my hands. And then I had the people at Amazon say, no, you got to fix it. There's still some mistakes. Good. Thank you. Because I need that little bit of struggle in order to really get that sense of fulfillment. Because if it was too easy, I trust me, it's not. It takes away the pleasure. It takes away the fun. It takes away the happiness. So, sorry. Enjoy that struggle. Enjoy the resistance and what you have to go through. Enjoy it, because that's how your muscles develop. That's how you become stronger and better. And that's how you can turn around when you have apprentices, or you have children, or you have people that look up to you. You can turn around and go, here is how you do it. Here's how you can get to that level and enjoy the life, enjoy the happiness and feeling of accomplishment that I feel. These are big deals. Do it. Don't think about it. Check out whiskycompass.ca, people. That's a beautiful project. I'm really having fun with it. Check it out. Check out the podcast. I got the audio podcast going. I'm having fun with that as well. Check out the magazine. Of course, it's free. It's free for now. And I got to keep saying that it's free for now, because we probably will be going to a subscription base. And what I'm planning to do is, right before we go to a paid subscription base, I will give everyone a little bit of time to subscribe for free for a year. And then after that, we'll be charging everyone for that. But if you kind of get my gist, if you get on at the right time, you're going to get free subscription for a year. But if you snooze on it, you're going to lose on it. So remember that. It's really important. What else? Yes, okay, check out financialfreeway23.ca. That's where all the good stuff is. Again, I am aware that I am behind in getting my my videos uploaded and the blog up to date. It's been busy. I've been really busy doing stuff, but it's here on YouTube. YouTube is where I'm dumping the stuff readily. I try to keep up with financialfreeway23.ca, but there's still some really good stuff there, so go check it out. Also, if you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, notification, blah, 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 do all that stuff. And last but not least, spread the good word. Preach the gospel of what we preach here, because it is our mission to make sure that everyone in the world understands that they have an inalienable right to live a life of success, happiness, and abundance. Wherever you are on this beautiful day, God bless.